That's the toaster we use. It works really well. This is our morning scene. It's a beautiful day. Yay. Good morning. And the water's boiling for our second cup of coffee. And those bagels are probably ready for their cream cheese. Wahoo! Okay, we're coming to that all-important juncture where we're figuring out how to make a door and get it on there. Because look where we're at. It's coming pretty dang good and it's almost done. We got the box seat done. I mean the seat box done. Box seat box. And like I said, we're doing this door. Now we went down to the big cabin and scavenged these old tongue and groove boards. And the nice thing about them, even though they're ratty like everything else, they are tongue and groove. And we are managing to get those tongues and grooves to snap together, even though they're very old. But it's going to make a nice lightweight door. Because all these rough ripped boards are really heavy. So we're figuring out how to do this. We got the tongues and the grooves, and we all know how important that is. And we're going to put the classic brace across the top, brace across the bottom, and then the classic diagonal corner to corner one. And I think this is coming great. I think we're closing in on this outhouse project. Here's my amazing guy. I think she found a shrew hole. What are you smelling there, Shuggy? Keep those smudge fires burning. Okay, I think this is a very notable juncture that we should get a shot of. We are on to the next phase of this bathroom. I think we're really closing in on it now. Look what Jack did. We put this door together yesterday, and today, would you like to demonstrate, darling? It closes. Look at that. We have a real door on our outhouse. We don't have the rest of the walls yet, but we have a door. And once again, I must reiterate that this is 100%, except for the hinges. The hinges are the only thing that we bought, and the toilet seat. But other than that, everything is 100% either the raw lumber or scavenged, reclaimed stuff that we found lying around. Repurposed, indeed. So it was definitely an adventure, but we're almost done, and then we can get on with the dock.
We definitely need something on the roof because it was all another wet roll of toilet paper.
Yes, we're losing toilet paper left and right. Yeah, I think, like I was saying, let's get that metal roofing on there. That'll be the ticket. All right, that's gonna be fancy. All right, this is where we're leaving it today. We got the front wall done. We haven't trimmed it yet, obviously. Jack?
Yeah.
Are you in there?
Oh yeah. Just testing it out.
How's it work?
It's working good.
All right.
Hold on, almost done. I'll be right there.
Okay.
Keep talking.
Okay. See this lovely door? It looks pretty good. I mean, it's terribly funky, but it's really nice and big, very roomy.
Oh my gosh. And there's a coat rack inside.
Yes, we even have coat hooks or purse hooks. Because, you know, there'll be a lot of people out here with their purses and needing a place to hang it. So this is our second building endeavor together. Look at that door.
Hello.
See our kitschy coat rack? We were desperately looking for light pieces of wood to do the cross braces yesterday on the door. And
that one worked, and it has hooks on it. So, hey, like I said, it's all reclaimed, it's rough, it's ratty, it's funky. It's a funky little poop palace. So far, even being old and clumsy and inexperienced and partially completely inept, we've been pretty lucky about not having accidents or cutting ourselves or banging ourselves. However, I just was holding up a piece of molding to see if it would work on the back of the outhouse. And I just dropped a board on my face. So yeah, I'm boo-hooing a little bit because it really freaking hurt. Got a little cut here. Little cut on the inside. Oh well, as far as accidents that could happen. That's very minor, but it hurt. It made me go boo-hoo. Ow. The huntress and her prey. Our life is becoming a Tom and Jerry cartoon at night. She was bringing mice into this tent all night long last night. Yes, I'm talking about you, Pooki. And I just about stepped on this one. Civilization, coming into beautiful downtown Talkeetna for another show at Mountain High Pizza Pie this afternoon, and it is a beautiful day. Look at all those happy tourists. Thomasina has been at it again. It's another dead Jerry mouse there. She was just playing hacky sack with it. It's broad daylight. That's the second one. There was another one that she brought in and killed in the middle of the night. There are so many mice. I'm surprised this year we're seeing a lot more actual big fat mice and less of the shrews, though she's gotten her share of the shrews too. She's tamed them all, perhaps. Ha ha. As you all have learned, Jack loves to invent things and improve on our methods of doing things around here in really fun ways. He's done it again. We'll show you. This is the new technological advance in our water hauling method. Watch this. Pretty slick, huh? And watch what happens when I bring the bucket back. Bye now.
Bye. Have any more?
Probably 4 or 5.
What?
Well, we started with an empty reservoir.
Yeah.
Well, maybe 3. I'll check. I haven't been paying attention. Who needs running water when you have rowing water? So now that we're getting some seriously sunny days finally,
we're going to start really making an effort to use the Blue Eddy solar panels to get us a bit of the power, because we are going through it and we're having to charge it more often than we would like with the generator, and that's annoying. So for a few hours right now, I know that spot is going to be in full sun, so I'm going to set up the panels there, and then later when the sun swings around to the west, the area by the dock is going to be in really strong full sunlight for several hours. So we'll see how productive that is. All right, feels good to be thinking about actually charging our Blue Eddy with the sun. That's the whole idea. So we will just make it our task today to move those panels around as much as we have to try to keep them in full sun. I would much rather do that than hear the generator. It really is annoying. Yeah. Look out, little cabin mouse. Here comes your destiny. Okay, we have reached the exciting juncture of the outhouse is pretty much done, but we're not going to do the big reveal until we put the metal roofing on. Then we'll do the big grand opening, big reveal on the outhouse. Today we're starting to stage the poles for the dock. These are some of the trees that we cleared out of this area last year. And we got a couple of really long ones. So I'm kind of going big on this dock because I want it to be long and strong and last for years. I don't want these docks that fall apart, as we've done a lot over the years up here. So I'm just kind of cleaning up this log, knocking off some of the wet kind of rotten bark because it was laying on the ground. Let it dry out a little bit more. And yeah, this is exciting. I'm really thrilled. Building the dock compared to building the outhouse is going to seem a lot easier. The only tricky part is going to be getting the pier blocks placed out there in the lake. And hopefully we'll get some warmish weather. It's kind of nice today, and it's been pretty warm. It's been cloudy the last couple days, but warm. So hopefully the lake won't be freezing cold. But we'll do what we can with what we've got. Jack started to notch this log as a log holder, and then saw this guy on it. And you know, he just doesn't look like somebody you want to mess around with. I don't know what kind of bee or beetle that is, but he looks kind of nasty. I think we'll leave him alone. Jack has decided to gingerly remove him. He's given him a leaf lift. Oh, and it's working. Little guy is clinging to the leaf. Jack is going to gently remove him and hope he doesn't get mad and turn around and sting us with that great big thing sticking out of his rear end. Ooh. Oh, good job. Do you have accommodations booked for him?
I do.
At a
nice
Best
little
Western
green B&B here. No pun intended.
You could take him further away so we don't have to worry about him.
I think he's cool.
All right.
That's a nice color for him. He likes it.
Yeah, he looks, he looks like he's going somewhere else. So it's now probably around 4:30ish, and the sun has swung around to the west and is fully lighting this spot right here by the boat. And since this is where we're going to have the dock, it's going to be a very convenient place to put our Blue Eddy panels. We've kept them in the sun all day so far. Gonna keep them in the sun a few more hours and see if we get a blip. That's what we call the little units of energy. There's an energy bar that has 6, blips, and it takes all day with the generator to charge the whole thing up. So we'll see how keeping these 2 solar panels in the sun really all day long, how much slower that is.
But it's nice to be using the sun for this. Jeez. All right, we are getting some serious wattage here. And I'm happy to say that we have gained at least a blip, maybe blip and a half, because it's pushing up into the 4th blip now. And we got 163 watts going right now, and that's more than we had over behind the tent. Isn't that interesting? It's just, ooh, 165. Yeah, it's interesting to watch this meter. Very cool. Very encouraging. It's free, and we haven't had to listen to the generator all day. Very happy. It's July 27th. We're deep into the heart of summer, and the berries are starting to ripen. Very beautiful. This is the dress that the forest is wearing right now. Beautiful green in the beginning of the color of berries. Ooh, look at this. Looks like a decorated plant. Like that. Ooh, watermelon berries. Ooh, might even have some ripe ones here. Not quite. Devil's Club have their berries, but they haven't turned red yet. I think those are currants, but I'm not sure. Here we have a little reishi mushroom growing. Unfortunately, it's kind of growing around this rose here, so I'm not sure how I'm going to separate that. But it's going to be a beauty. Going to let it get big and then make some tea out of it. It's supposed to be very, very medicinal. And up here is another one, and it too was growing up against the bark, so it's a little funky on this edge, but it's going to be another beauty. Look at that. Reishi mushrooms right in my backyard. There's that juvenile camp robber again. Ooh, almost flew right into me. We call him Robin Hood. Okay, we're going to try the fishhook idea. Get that washer out. We're seeing some kind of animal up there on the path. We're slowing down because it looks like it's either a little bear cub or a porcupine, and I think it's a porcupine. Yeah, definitely not a little bear cub. Well, oh yeah, porcupine. Alright, you don't want to get too close to him. Wow, look at that. He's just waddling down the path like he owns it. Oh, good. He waddled off the path. So we just passed one of our neighbors, a man I've known my whole life, and he was coming the other way on his ATV. And he told us that he just had the experience of seeing a cow and a calf goose running down the middle of the road here, not far from here. and then a grizzly came out chasing him. So that's some real life Alaska adventure that I am so glad he survived, and I hope I hope that he scared him off, because that's some scary stuff right there. That'll make your heart pound for a really long time. He said it wasn't far from here, so you can bet your bippy we're gonna have our eyes peeled and our bear spray ready.
She's at it again. Good job. That's a little shrew. How many is that today so far? Shrew Slayer.
Jack has been finding that his lower back is really stiff and sore, and I think a big part of that is that he's been doing all his sawing bent over, because we don't have sawhorses. So today he is fashioning a couple of sawhorses, so that hopefully the rest of his cutting will be at a more comfortable level and less stressful on the lower back. Also, the ATV rides are really hard on the lower back because the trail is so rough. So, you know, you do what you can to mitigate those strains on your body. So these are logs that we felled last year, and we had set aside intending to use them for the dock. And we started cleaning up 2 of them, and then decided that one of them was just too big. It was just going to be too heavy to get out there. And it's not as long as the other one. So then I just started cleaning up another one that was more the diameter of this one, but it wasn't as long as this one. And I thought, you know, this one is so long and such a perfect diameter that we're gonna fell a tree to match that one, because that is a beautiful length and it's not too heavy. It's not too big around at the base. So I just went tree shopping. Fortunately, we have an endless supply of these dead spruce here. I mean, not fortunately, because it's a tragedy that all these trees died, but it gives us plenty to choose from. So I picked one out that's the right diameter. Looks like it's going to be plenty long and not too darn heavy. It's very dead. It's even lost its top already. So Jack is over there cleaning up the area around it. This tree also looks like it's going to fall right into, it's leaning right into an open area, so it should be pretty easy to fell. Now I'm going to take the camera over there and show you the tree that we selected to match this one, this beautiful, beautiful long one. It's going to be a great dock. So the tree we're looking at, Jack is clearing out the spot where it's going to fall, just to make it less of a mess when it hits the ground. Anyway, it's this one here, very dead, like I said, and it's already missing its top. I don't know if it's clear which one I'm talking about. But it's going to fall. It's leaning already into a nice open space. Let me get a different angle so you can see that. Okay, there's the tree in question.
Looks like it's leaning more toward this way.
Well, maybe we'll rope it a little bit to guide it into that
Oh, no.
clear spot.
It's this tree and this tree that's going to fall in between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those little birches shouldn't be big enough to stop it if it hits those. It should be an excellent match for the other log, and bless this nice weather. Bugs are almost non-existent, getting a few bites here and there, but wow, it feels so good to just kind of go along our business and not be pounded by the rain and eaten alive by the bugs. And the really exciting thing too is that this whole area is just filling up with berries. Blueberries, watermelon berries, and they're all getting ripe. Woot. Look at those blueberries coming along. A few warm days and they will be ready to eat. And this whole area, I mean, last year I looked everywhere for blueberries. And these bushes were all just empty, just no berries. But yeah, this year's a different story.
At least that's our reward for all the rain. Yum. Wedge complete. Gonna do the big cut. Let's see if it falls in the right spot. There it goes. Oh my God, that was perfect. That was perfect. Exactly where we wanted it to fall.
Yeah, that's nice.
Great job.
Thank you.
Damn, he's good.
Okay, Jack expertly felled the other tree that's going to match this one for the other side of our dock. Let's see. But because we're not complete idiots, we're going to measure this one.
Hey, you call me an idiot?
I called you an incomplete idiot.
Oh, that's better.
Okay, we're going to measure this one so that we know how much of the tree to take, because carrying out the whole thing wouldn't be necessary. And we are finding...
I swallowed a mosquito.
Oh, isn't that fun? It's very nutritious. This one is over 20 feet. So
Oh,
let's,
wow.
yeah,
Okay.
it's like 20 feet, 6 inches or something.
Okay.
So let's just mark 20 feet and cut 20 feet of the other one.
With some despair, maybe.
Yeah, awesome. That's going to be great. All right.
Oh, I got you.
The lady in the trips.
I got you now.
But with the tape measure, it's the Alaska version. Let the countdown begin. Tick, tick, tick goes the clock of summer. So what we have now are two beautifully matched 20-foot logs for the dock. We've rustled them up onto Jack's sawhorse. He's gonna make them even and then flatten one side so that the side that the planks are, it's pretty much like doing the tent platform, only a little different. There's water involved.
Right.
All right, looking good.
Making it up as I go along.
Well, that's our way. That's the way we roll. Stage of the dock building where we are attaching the vertical end poles to the brackets that are going to go into the pier blocks, and we realized that we needed some washers so that we could use the big holes to attach the brackets to the logs, but we didn't have any washers. So we're innovating again. We just found that crushed old stovepipe cap there that was just in the trash around here. And we're fashioning washers out of those so that we can continue. So there's one of our tin washers. And Jack is fashioning the other. Here we go.
Too late.
The other two. Okay.
All right, we're good.
We're pretty good, all right. There we go.
Okay. It's awfully a big hammer for this one.
I know what my mother would have said just then, but I can't say that on TV. Okay.
Last few were just for aggression.
Yeah.
And there we have it. That's one of our I guess, what would you call it? Support posts That's going to be at the end of the dock on one side. Of course, we'll make 2 of those. The plan is to put the pier blocks in place and then drop the, see, because we've attached, as you just saw, we attached the pole to the bracket. So we'll take the pole and the bracket and just drop it into the pier block once we have them placed in the water. And it's not very deep out there, so it's not going to be a really huge deal to be in the water. And the water is actually warm. We got lucky with the weather. First swim of the year, and it's August 1st. And it's actually quite lovely. I think this is Jack's first swim in this lake. First real swim. Yeah, look at him go. Once you get past the weeds and you don't have to walk in the muck anymore, it's quite nice. It's going to be so nice to have that dock finished. Oh, I can't wait. This is the summer I've been imagining.